All right, welcome to UNT Major Boot Camp. This particular presentation is going to be provided by Advising Services. So let's get into it. All right, so located in the Academic Success Center in Sage Hall, Advising Services, so that's going to be myself, Joel, Rosie, and Amanda. Really, the reason we're here is to help you understand and explore majors at UNT. And so we're wanting to take a look at how your major goals coincide with a career trajectory or something that you have in mind. And so Major Boot Camp, this falls into our line of work. So I encourage you, just big picture, if you ever need to discuss these questions with someone, feel free to send us an email or give us a call. All right, so the agenda for this presentation, first we're going to talk about UNT majors, but we're going to look at it through a lens called meta-major pathways. And this will make more sense as we get on with the presentation. Second, we're going to look at resources at UNT. And so this is creating essentially a personalized map based on where you are in terms of undecidedness. So if you're wanting to just learn a little bit more about your major and the career opportunities after you graduate, awesome, we have a pathway for that. If you're wanting to really look at all of the majors at UNT because you're 100% undecided, we have a support system for that as well. So we're going to be taking a look at that. And lastly, we're going to be looking at your next steps. So again, this is based on your individual needs and creating a game plan for the fall term, spring term, however long we need to be. All right, so let's get into this a little bit. So UNT meta-major pathways. Really, the two things that you need to pay attention to with this quote to get a better idea of what this entails is one, the words broad program streams, and then two, interests, knowledge, skills, and abilities. So ultimately, meta majors, they're not concerned with the college that your major is in. What we're really looking at is the connection between majors at UNT involving the interest areas of the student, the knowledge areas, skills that you want to develop, and abilities going forward. So let's look at the following slides. So each of you should have access to this in the Canvas modules. And essentially, this is UNT Meta Major Pathways in a nutshell. So we have separated it out between six pathways and areas. And so at the top, you'll see management and industry, behavior, culture, and context, health and human services, science, technology, and environment, art, innovation, and design, and then lastly, education and public service. Some of you will probably have a good idea of a major that you're interested in, where it would fall in one of these six areas. But you might also be surprised to find certain majors that you haven't heard of or that you would assumed would have been in a different area to fall underneath a pathway that you're interested in. So that's really what we're looking at and what we're looking for. All right, so from the previous slide of six options, what we've done is focused on one of the pathways, right? So health and human services. So if you're a student and you're interested in science and helping people become healthier and well in all areas of their lives, if you're interested in healthcare industry or you have plans of going to med school, typically this will be a pathway that those students will gravitate toward. Now, when students typically think of this, they'll more so think of maybe College of Science or College of Health and Public Service. However, we have other majors at UNT that students can pursue that fall underneath Health and Human Services that aren't in the College of Science, right? So that's really what we're trying to get into and what we're looking at. All right, so going back to that very first slide about meta majors, what really connects all of this together are the values, interests, personality, and skills of the student and how it relates to those meta major pathways that interest you. So taking a look at those majors and colleges on the left, those are all divided by the health and human services pathway. And so ultimately, meta majors, it encourages us to connect the dots between these values, and it helps choose a new major based on, again, our VIPs, or it helps us reaffirm that we've made the right choice looking at holistically, what is the career trajectory for your given major? If if it's not what you want it to be, then you know you can always change it. But again, it encourages us to think holistically and to pair majors, not necessarily based on one value, but you as a complete person and a career trajectory upon graduation.
Hey everybody, Amanda here from Advising Services. Now we're going to talk about some resources to help you along your Exploring Majors journey. In this presentation, we'll cover the Major Action Plan, the UNT Catalog, and your UNT Audit. All of these are available to you through the UNT Registrar's website and advising.unt.edu. Let's start with the Major Action Plan. The Major Action Plan is made up of 4 parts: explore self-knowledge, research majors, research careers, and declare your new major. Let's start with exploring self-knowledge. We encourage all students to choose a major that aligns with their skills, values, interests, and personality. So it's vitally important that you know what those are. With these resources, you can explore who you are as a person and how that relates to choosing your major or career. Our Career Center offers My Plan, a personality-based test that can assist you with finding jobs that match your skills, values, interests, and personality. And our counseling and testing services offer one-on-one counseling sessions that focus on finding your best major and career path. We also offer a career development course where you can take an entire semester to explore all of your options with an instructor. The second part of the Major Action Plan is researching majors. You can schedule an appointment with one of us in Advising Services to explore majors at any point throughout your time at UNT. In these appointments, we dig deeper into your interests, earned credits, and more to help you find your best path to graduation. The UNT Majors Activity and Catalog are a great way to get a bird's eye view of all of UNT's majors, and you can even meet with an advisor for the majors that you're most interested in to learn more about them before making your final decision. Step 3 in the action plan is to research careers. In this section, you'll see a variety of websites with career information. They are great tools to use when trying to understand what careers are out there and which ones are best for you. You can also set up a meeting with a career counselor who can help you with networking, internships, job shadowing, resume building, and more. And finally, step 4 is to declare your new major. To do this, you will simply set up an advising appointment with an advisor for your new major. They will go over your new degree plan and help you choose your future classes. Some new majors may have you attend a major change or group session before officially changing your new major. And we want you to know that this may not be a linear process for you. You may not need all the steps in the plan, or you may need to revisit certain steps several times. You should take all the time you need and utilize all the resources you need before choosing your major or changing your major. And we in Advising Services are here to help you every step of the way. Another great resource for exploring your major is the UNT Catalog. Along with important information about university requirements, the catalog is a one-stop shop to view the required courses for every major. You can use the catalog to see what each degree entails, as well as view any prerequisite or course sequencing information that may impact your major decision. You can also look at UNT's available minors and certificates, which are a great way to diversify your bachelor's degree. This catalog can be referenced at any time by visiting catalog.unt.edu. The third Exploring Majors tool we'll talk about today is your online degree audit, viewable at any time through the registrar's website, registrar.unt.edu/online-degree-audit. This audit shows you exactly where you are in your degree progression. You can also run a what-if audit in order to see how your current courses will fit into various majors. Now that we've gone through some of the tools for exploring your major, let's talk about your next steps. Do you already know what you want to change your major to? If so, you can learn more about your chosen major and career trajectory by utilizing the Career Center and looking through the links in the Research Career section of the Major Action Plan. Or you can book an appointment with your new major advisor to officially change your major at appointments.unt.edu. Are you still deciding between several majors? Use a Meta Majors pathway to look for connecting themes in your choices. You can also book advising appointments with different majors of interest, and make sure to utilize the My Plan or MBTI to take a look at your values, interests, personality, and skills to focus your attention towards one major. Or are you still completely undecided? Well, start by completing the UNT Majors activity located at advising.unt.edu and come see us in Advising Services to start the process of really digging into that major exploration. So that's it for us in this presentation. If you have any questions about the content we've covered today, please feel free to reach out to us via phone or email. We'd also love to see you at the Advising Services breakout session during Major Boot Camp from 1 to 3:30. You can also schedule an appointment with us in Advising Services by going to appointments.unt.edu and selecting Advising Services. We're ready and waiting to assist you in finding your best path to a bachelor's degree. And from all of us here in Advising Services, have a great semester and welcome to the Mean Green family.